Welcome to the premiere of Little Prince movie, 3D motion in Montreal. I am Isabelle Ginocho. I will be very lucky to have an interview with Mark Osborne, the director of the movie The Little Prince. Mark Osborne, welcome in Montreal.
Hi, thank you. It's nice to be back. Yeah.
What a great movie.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me about the two different motion control you did with the animator.
Well, the two different animation techniques we used computer animation to represent sort of reality and for the world of the little girl and the real life she lives in, and then we used stop motion animation to represent the imagination of the little girl when she reads the story of the Little Prince. So that was really a way for us to create contrast and separation between her imagination and reality. And I was really excited to be able to do that. I love animation. I love all its diversity, all the different techniques, and whenever you can use different techniques to help tell a story, I think it just makes the story more interesting. So yeah, I was really excited for it. And we did both techniques here in Montreal.
In Montreal, I know. You love the city, I think so. Eh?
Yeah, very much, very much. I had a great experience.
But you fell in love with that book. At what age did you read this book?
You know, I think I encountered the book through when I was younger, but I don't remember it until it was given to me by my wife when I was 20. We were just dating at that time, and she gave me her copy, and it's actually right over there. That's the copy she gave me, and it really was a very special link between us. And she gave it to me at a time when we had separated because I had to go to California from New York to study animation. And I didn't like being apart from her, and she would quote from the book, and she'd say, "We'll always be together. Anything essential is a big."
She was your rose.
Yeah, well, much more than that. Much more than that. Yeah.
Yes. But the technique was, but the writing for you was 2 years with Irina. It was a concept, a duo of writing.
Well, basically, yeah. Irina was the first writer, and we worked for 2 years on drafts of a screenplay, and then I also started working with storyboard artists, and I started working with another writer named Bob Persichetti, and he was my head of story. He was running the story team, and he and I basically continued writing the film and rewriting the film throughout the early phases of production and into production, so that, yeah, it's really this. You know, in animation, you don't finish writing the script until you're done with the entire movie. You can have this ability to evolve and change the script slightly throughout. So we're constantly adjusting and learning from the movie and discovering new things about the movie and improving the movie.
And the budget, Arnold, was not... what do you need exactly to do a masterpiece like that?
I think grown-ups like numbers. They're very obsessed with numbers, and for me, it's like there's never enough money. Whenever you're making a movie, there's never enough money, and every day it feels like you don't have enough of anything to do what you want to do. So it can be. It's good to have limitations. It's good to have some kind of box that you have to work within. So I mean, you can have a ton of money and make a terrible movie, and you can have very little money and make a great movie. So budget doesn't really determine, but sometimes when it comes to animation, it is helpful to be able to have resources so that you can hire talented people, and it takes such a long time that you really need to have enough money that you can sustain the production in a way to discover the best version of the movie that you can.
You had a lot of luck with the producers.
Yes.
Some nice colleagues you had.
Well, we have, there's two French producers that they were the ones that conceived of the idea of making the movie, and they hired me. We did pre-production in Paris, and then here when we were in production, there was another French producer, and I have Jinko Goto, who's my executive producer, who sort of partnered with me on the day-to-day making of the film. There's a lot of people involved. It's like an army of people, really hundreds of people involved in making a film like this. So yeah, you hope for the best, and it's a big social experiment, putting that many people together.
And your son, the Little Prince, boy, it was magical for you?
Well, completely magical because it was sort of accidental. He was the temporary voice, and he was 11 when we started, and he just helped out by doing the voice, and we could never find anyone to replace him. He's so anytime we tried to replace him, it didn't work. And
It was the voice.
Yeah.
Tell me just at the end,
Yeah.
you just won 2 prizes in Paris, I think. So where did you win? You're in a nomination for the César,
Yes.
en France.
Yeah.
And tell me about it.
I think, yes, it's nominated for César for Best Animated Film, and it won prizes for being like the most popular film. It won a popularity prize, yeah. And then it also won a prize for being the most seen French film in the rest of the world. So it's getting a lot of. It's crazy because we premiered the film in France, and it's been released in many territories, one at a time. So I've been traveling all over the world, and it's quite incredible how many places that we've brought the movie to. And so I'm just finally happy to be bringing it home, happy to be bringing it back here where it was made.
And it's so nice to see a little girl with the mothers working a lot. And for the little girl like me, maybe older, it was magical.
Oh, good.
And congratulations, Mark. And thank you for your time. Thank you for helping kids and adults to bring together, some love and a bit of magical. We never know who's looking at us.
Yeah.
We never know.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you very much, Mark Osborne.
Thank you so much.